I actually don't know what we're going to work on today. All I know is like maybe distillations, but I don't know like what kind. Maybe I'll do a difficult one, but we'll see. Let me find a difficult one. So maybe not too difficult. We'll see. It's like a simplified value blocking thing. It's like a sketching method, thumbnailing, many names. They all mean slightly different things, but it's like the first steps of painting sometimes. I want to get better at portraits still, even though I do a lot of portraits, but I feel like there's some room for improvement. Mm. Let me find some kind of reference first. Actually, so okay. Let me show you guys some. For example, this one would be difficult to do distillations. It's actually probably a nightmare. For those of you who have done distillations before, you know how much of a pain this would be. Or even you've just sketched before, like if you've sketched or painted, you know how this could be a problem, right? kind of want to avoid doing this one. Maybe, maybe I will do this one. I don't know. Okay, so distillations mainly we're gonna look at three values. See if this is actually big enough. Sure, we can start with this. Okay, so I want to look at the big picture. There's a lot of stuff going on here. Do I have... Oh, I've never used this before because I always have to reference on another screen, but just so you guys can see it. Let me... do this. Yeah. Like distilling water, kind of. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Let's start distilling then. So for distillation, I'll use a brush that's hard like this. I'll separate into three values. No 10 drawings, what does that mean? Light and dark harmony. Uh, kind of, I guess. Yeah. I'm sure there's many names in many different cultures. Until I read cultivation, not really, no. I am aware of what it is, but I read some, but I don't, not really. Okay. So we're gonna do three values. The first one, it could be this one. And then the second one, maybe this one. Yeah. Maybe this one. Oh my god, I'm laggy. Holy snap. What? Okay, so what I'm trying to get to is, let's zoom out more. Is get the same feeling of the drawing or of the whatever this is, and translate it to just three values for now, and very simple shapes. But this is blocked out, and this is blocked out. Some like some stuff here is lighter, like the dress, and then some stuff here is darker. What is this lag? It's like a bunch of flowers here. The head is here. So I'm only on two values right now. I think I'll stay on two values for a while. You know, half the resolution. So lag is pissing me off. So it's maybe more manageable. So this kind of practice is good for getting a painting, even maybe especially a complicated painting, down to its like most essential forms. Essential is subjective, but what I don't want to do is just start drawing the tiny, tiny flowers, not even as a sketch. I want to get the flow of the reference first. If you've never done this as a painter or an artist, then you might think, okay, this is like a pointless exercise. Why not just draw the details? And you will be wrong for the most part. I mean, there are people who draw just the details and achieve realism. That's like very limited scope of drawing. Okay, so we kind of have the painting. Did you stop using Photoshop? Yeah, kind of. Kind of. I still go back to it sometimes, but not very often. Okay, so here the flowers are kind of close to the person's like values, so it's gonna be blurry. The shapes are gonna blend in. This is kind of the hard part to do distillation. I don't even know if this distillation is gonna work. Let me pick a third value because I have some of these darker areas that I could do. The Studio has quite a bit of advantage over Photoshop, but it's not a full replacement because only because the brush lags, and it's been annoying me ever since. Saying it's not designed for painters, it's designed for like people who draw, not paint. Who you're not gonna use like huge brushes. Okay, so I'm trying to find relationships between these shapes, even though they're like a bunch of small complicated shapes, but maybe I can group some of these graphs like logical grouping or uh, visual grouping. Either one. I kind of want the head angle. Something like this, I think it would really benefit me to distill it first because it's fairly complicated, I think. Visually, it's complicated, not like in terms of perspective or anything, just there's a lot of stuff in it. So I have to figure out like what is more important to me. Uh, I maybe I'll leave the VOD up. I don't know. I should really make like a video of these subjects and then just leave the video up, but I don't have time to make them. Okay, so we're looking into a lot of the foliage flow directions now. I feel like three values is not enough, and I think that's good. Like I'm thinking it's gonna make me to like force me to make decisions I don't normally make. Be a, be a challenge. Be a pretty tough challenge. I feel like I want to make a different brush that has no opacity, but also has let me just make it like a rectangular one because I need something sharp. It's gonna be faster. Okay, let's see. Ah, hmm. Brush density. No pen pressure. There you go. Okay, let's see if this works. Oh, see, it still has pen pressure. How? I turn it off. Ink. Oh, opacity. There you go. Turn off pen pressure on that. There we go. That's what we want. Yes, it's possible, but it's not the best way to do it. I don't recommend learning it without using lines, to be honest. Okay. So there's too many sharp shapes, and I want to try to like I want to avoid detailing, so I want a block still, but I want those blocks to look sharp and contain the same information that I'm looking at. Yeah, you guys know what I mean? Know what I mean? Keep asking my students that, like, whenever I say something that's like I think might be questionable. Like, I can hear the confusions on their face. You know what I mean? Okay, let's keep it pretty blocky. Right? That now we can kind of tell like something we're looking at. Do you usually have a clear goal of how to plan how a painting is gonna look like? Not always. How many students do you have? Right now I have 16 mentorship students and maybe another uh 15 to 20 in real life students. The in real life students are like kids, but the 16 mentorship students are more like the serious adults, older at least. You need some level of fundamentals. You need some level of fundamentals, yes. Uh, okay, so I want the shadow for the face. I want to know which direction she's facing. That's kind of important to me. And I'm only gonna put the stuff that is important to me for now. Um, maybe the separation between the top half of the like the torso and then the long parts of the dress. The outfit, maybe. My youngest one is 4 years old, and it's not like they come to me every week, but most of them are maybe the younger ones are maybe like 7, 8. And some of them are just put there because their parents want them to do it, and it's like, okay, fine. As long as they behave relatively, I will teach them. I'll try to teach them. Unfortunately, sometimes our definition of behavior is uh, different from what a kid would think. Okay. Does this look darker? No, see, like it looks darker, but it's not. That's so weird. Okay. I want to get the tilt of the head for sure. Like I don't want it to be ambiguous. And the proportion, like of the features. Still looks weird. Let's put the eye in the right place. Hmm. I'll figure out the likeness later. Because right now, that's not the biggest concern. Well, I try to teach them how to hold a brush, how to use like paint or pencil. So really, it's like more like babysit. It is what it is. Gotta pay the bills. I mean, I could transition to just teaching mentorship, but that is its own difficulties. Like if I only teach mentorships, then yeah, maybe I'll enjoy that more. But it's also tougher because these uh like mentorship students ask tougher questions. So 16 of them, I have to like constantly think of things like answers and stuff, how to word things correctly so that or demonstrate techniques correctly so that they're not misguided. I'm not misguiding them. Okay, so the top of the dress is pretty dark for the most part. Yeah, 13-year-olds and 7-year-olds, they move different. So the hand is here. Let's make some landmarks because now I have the face to uh, determine the proportions of certain things. I'm not trying to draw each leaf, just trying to draw the impression of the leaves and the flowers. So what's important here is like, what do I want to separate and what don't? What don't I want to separate? There's this silhouette of this bunch of leaves. I get that in. And there's like some lone groups here. I am in my 30s. I'm practically dead. So no, not Unc. The kids call me Grandpa, so get it right. It's Grandpa Mr. Teacher Man, so when you survive as old as I have, I deserve all the honorifics. Okay, let's see. So you guys can kind of see the painting taking shape, right? I'm trying to choose what is important and what isn't. And I'm trying to not get lost in the sauce or the grass. Mr. Teacher Man, yeah. That's me, Mr. Teacher Man. So I'll worry about like the flow of shapes as I'm doing this. Maybe a little later because I want to put everything in first. Like put all the major pieces in first. Like a bright one here and then in the shadows again. There's some, I don't know. Some stuff here. Grass. It's all grass. I kind of want to get where the leg is. It's like this angle. Here we have a pretty good maintenance of the direction of grass or representation. So I forced the divisions of the shapes. Like it has to be very conscious decision of what shapes do I need to separate. So like here, the flowers, there's really no reason I need to separate the flowers right now too much with the grass in the back because the grass is pretty bright. Now I could make up a reason to separate it. Be like, oh, the grass is, or the flower, I mean, is important for, I don't know. I guess symbolic for something, I don't know. Or I just wanted like this a separate element. That's also valid. Yeah, I haven't really moved my canvas because there's really no reason for me to be zooming in and doing random stuff inside like the detail level. Like almost just only care about the big shapes because I can get the proportions, the facial expressions mostly right. If I feel like something is off, I can do it at this level. It's fine. This is fixing the angle of the face. I think that looks a little better. Let's get some of the details on the other side. And then now I can probably get the shape of the face right now. Right now that's a correction that's um yeah, so you think it's a force value. Look. Oh, it is. Wait, how did I? No, it's three values, right? One, so this gray, and then two, this darker one, the same value, and then three, the white. Three values. You just think it's a fourth value because it's grouped against really bright areas. So you can actually, like, it's not really a cheat. You can do some illusion stuff. Optical illusion. Let's get some of the flowers in here. Just the feeling of the flowers. Yeah, comparative colors. That's why I keep saying comparative colors are more useful than of a metric than absolute colors. Absolute colors is cringe. Comparative colors is cool. I'm sure somebody said that somewhere. Okay, let's get the sharpness of some of these shapes in. It's not really color theory much. A little bit, yeah. Sure. There's some bright spots here. I think they're compositionally important. Like these flowers kind of sets the height of the field. Uh, I'll put them in. 'Em. right? And this is not like a digital binarization. Like you can throw this into a Photoshop or whatever and do like posterization, whatever filter you want to do it. And it's not going to have a meaningful extraction like this where we're choosing what shapes to even extract. Like I like this light, right? So I'm going to on purpose exaggerate how that looks. I'm not trying to use lines. I'm trying to avoid lines to do details because lines don't give me as much information. So like what I'm trying to get to here is like a good density of information when I'm doing the extraction. I don't want too much detail in the wrong places. So if I put too much detail everywhere, like all the leaves, like even the reference, right? The reference you kind of you lose the focus. It's too, well, at least to me, it's a little bit too uh dense, right? Oh, hello, Twitch people. Yeah, so it's really about the distillation is in its name, right? It's getting distilled what you want to see in the picture. So I want to see this kind of this flow of the group of leaves. Like, oh, let me try to separate it. So this flow right here, and sure, I can go in and do whatever's like cut out some of the leaves. But I just want that part to be more like receiving more of the light, right? There's like some leaves here. Let's take out this shape. So every time I put down a brush stroke, it's because I have something I wanted to achieve. So actually, let's get this background in, and then let's put this in front. I don't need that dark of a value. Okay, so I have the messiness here. I want to keep some of the messiness here, but I'm not gonna try to do every single leaf. You see that changes the composition quite a bit, and it's like changing it towards what I want to see. Oops. So I guess it wasn't as hard as I initially thought it would be, but it felt like it would have been hard. Okay, so someone mentioned clothes, shaping the folds, maybe the folds in the clothes. I don't care about that right now. Like, sure, I can put it in, but there's not much folds. Like all the folds I see are really small. Some of it's like pattern. There's a big one here, so that's why I put it. There's some bigger ones down here. It like bends over and then shows where the leg starts. But it's like blocked by the rose. Maybe we don't block it. Yeah, let's not block it. Oops. grass get darker here. The grouping is getting pretty complicated, so I'm gonna have to try to limit my use of shapes, small shapes, I mean. So the rows here. Let's separate each group. Cool. Take a break, take a look at the distillation from afar, see if I like it. This is off. Okay, that's better. Still off. Let's move this. The proportion of the arm is not reading correctly because I don't see the part where it's like going to the coat. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually show the end of the arm with the shapes. So now it's maybe more readable. It's not just like rendering for no reason. Like I'm rendering the stuff that I actually need. I want to show that this is part of the whole figure. So maybe I complete the shape a little bit more. And then let's kind of frame and corner the shape a bit. So let's not lose the silhouette from the grass. Like that, the grass going over the coat is not as important as the silhouette being clear. At least for me right now. So when I render, I know not to mess with that. It's like I already solved the problem, right? So like there was a problem with like readability. So I have to make sure I remember the solution. Let's get the silhouette clean. And we can keep some of the grass here, I think. So I kind of want it to be low contrast. I want to be low contrast as much as possible because of the soft light on the left. Like the soft, like inside the grass, not that the light is soft. Okay, cool. The flower is a little bit washed out right here. I want to solve this problem. So I'm gonna circle a few problems I think needs to be solved, like composition. So that's missing. That's missing. The hand is kind of unclear. This shape is missing. This group of shape is really, really messy and ugly. The silhouette's off and missing. I was like, most of the thing is like just there's too much softness. I kind of like that this is blended, the rose and the dress. Maybe we'll play into that a little bit, but I want this sharpness back. This was it, this part, right? And then let's get this up a little. This part is, I don't know what's off about it. Maybe this line needs to be clear, and then this group needs to be clear. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna, okay, yellow to increase value, and then yellow to increase value. So I'm not gonna change the value, I'm just gonna try to trick it. And then blue to decrease value. Something like that, maybe. Some of this is too messy, right? I have some consistency of shape here that maybe I want to keep. Like this stuff. Okay, the rest I think is okay. Yeah, it's probably okay. Okay, let's keep that. Let's go one at a time. There's this darker edge. Let's fix it on another layer. Oops. Okay, so this part. Oops. I think we can wash this out entirely. What time is it for me? Like 10:42 p.m. Okay. Cool. What else? The flower needs to be brighter somehow. Because I have a value limitation. All I can do is make other things darker. Right. Okay, so that part down here. Let's keep. probably dark. And then this part. Kind of want it to go with this shape right here. So let's make this shape much clearer. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's a little better. Oh, let's get these shapes. Here, let's fix that. Okay, let's see. We have the yellow, so on this red line, I want to make that cleaner division. I think maybe I already did some, but yeah, I already did some here. Okay, cool. This part, yeah, this part. Let's get it more grouped. Something like that. I don't really need it more complicated than this. Like, this is fine to paint with. Oh, the flower. I'm okay with blending this part with the leg. I don't need contrast there, except for like the bottom. Cool. So if I were to paint over this, for the sake of speed, paint over this. You can't tell the painting is done, for the most part. Let's get some of these details. I will probably add a fourth value here to show like where I really care about. Maybe. I don't know to add. Initially, I thought it would be cool to add black, but I think it's better to add white. because of this piece. Because now I can show some of that difference in here. I don't think it's necessary to do distillation up to this point. Like maybe we could have stopped a little bit ago, but I think if I can solve problems at this stage, I will have much easier time painting later. I'll lose the shoe, I think. It's on purpose. I'll get some silhouette in, but I'll lose it in terms of contrast. So this helps me like identify some elements that maybe I like. Okay, so now that's paint. It's very quick to render from this point. Because all my separation's done. Okay, let's get the softness, this area. Texture, it's a little bit darker right here. I can maintain shape pretty well now that I've cut it out. Let's keep this clean. And then let's get some separation for the silhouette. Like I said before, here we want to separate it clean. That's why I kept the shapes clean. But it doesn't have to be too dark. So some grass here. Some grass here, but I don't want to get it too dirty in the darks. Okay, let's get the soft form on the dress. Very simple. Let's soften this a lot. So now I have more volume in here. If I just add some ambient occlusion, I can get clean separation between the different like forms in the body. Oh. Now I don't need to keep this as light as it is right now. Same thing here. get the shape of the face softer. This is in the light. I don't need all this. Oops. I'm just going over the shapes that I've already established. I want the flower to be bright. Let's get the messiness here. You see smooth, you may eliminate the edge between the two values. Sometimes depends on the context, but usually to make yeah, usually it's to just not have an edge. I could refer to smooth as in texture, smooth as in transition of colors. Yeah, could be a number of those things. On this height of the grass, that's why I had the direction. Okay, there's some patterns on here. Do I care about the patterns? Kind of nice. Thinking of the hand as a singular form. We'll deal with the fingers later. Let's get the ambient occlusion of this part and then the light that's hitting. It's a combination of form and texture here. I kind of want to just focus on form. Oh, there's like some light that's passing through very specific shape. Oh, hi. This piece is kind of dark right next to the person. Kind of messy here. Almost like shadow of some of the grass and foliage. Easy, right? Let's keep the values more similar because I want a soft contrast for some areas. So the grass is darker than the flower. So even though I want that shape to be maintained, I want to make sure that it's not as prominent. I think I like the volume on this part. There's bounce light on the right side of the face. Ooh, this part is cool. There's like some small grass pieces that's gonna give us a. I think it's gonna give us a lot of like distance or like separation. Like here. So they're kind of separated and yeah, that balances it better in my opinion. You can convert this to color if you like, but I rather paint in color. I can try a little bit of converting to color, but I never liked the process. But yeah, let's try it for the sake of trying. Would I use a gradient map? No, no, that's a terrible choice. I okay, it's not like gradient map is bad. I just think it's inefficient. I know a lot of people swear by gradient map. It has its use cases if you want to mess around with. If you're separated by layers quite a bit, then it might be very efficient in that case. But I don't really use layers, so it's not useful for me. Maybe to start with, like to blast some colors in there, but even then, it's like there's no correlation between what hue it is and what brightness it is for some of the areas that I care about. No, not really. Here, I'll do one layer to color. It's just color layer. I know I have some greens, mostly grays, but let's find where the greens are. Um, Low saturation, let's just hit this whole area. Is it the right type of green? I don't know. But there's some red here. It's like some red here, some red here. The dress is purplish. Let's just key it to purple. And then the skin is like this tone. And then the hair is like somewhere in between. Some red up here. Okay, so when we get towards the sunlight, we'll have this like yellow orangish thing going on. Now I'm just gonna paint the color in. Okay, so here it's like a little bit more muted colors, an orange, a little bit orange. It's receiving ambient occlusion, but it's like near the ground. There's not much grass left to hit light with. This is more yellow. This side is more yellow, so let's go towards orange actually. Okay, so this is really green. Like, I'm gonna go like 25%. Oh, maybe a little bit more in some of these areas. It's not that green. It's more yellow. Okay. I'll tighten up the colors later, but for now, I think this is a good start. All right, let's tighten up the saturations, like where the saturations are. That's a very ugly green for this use case. That's better. We've seen like a lot of these mid-tone, high saturation areas. I'm gonna do them first. The shadows are a bit red. Maybe I'll shift it to red. This part, let's just go. Maybe we'll see. We'll see. The colors are kind of ugly because they lack complexity and consistency. Some parts have too much saturation and value. So let's paint over it. Get the pattern started. I think layers has its use cases. So if you're making like VTubers or you're making design changes, that's very useful. But if you're painting and using 50 layers, then uh, I don't recommend it personally. It's inefficient. I'll just leave it at that. Maybe I want to harmonize the colors a little bit more. They end up repainting most of it anyway, so that's why I don't like using color there, because the colors are a bit monotonous. Same thing with the what we call it? Gradient map. Gradient map, you end up with fairly monotonous colors. It's not that gradient maps can't do it. It's just there's some limitations that you'll have to work around, and using gradient map and then working around that is more trouble to me than painting. I gotta fix all the colors. Hmm. Okay, let's get a clear separation. Get some consistency in here. Making all the shadows reddish. It's a similar application to like gradient uh, map, but it's not a complete switch of color. This part is kind of ugly. So I think I lost the grouping a little bit. So let me bring it back. I rarely use blend modes, but I don't think you should make it so that it feels like you're cheating. It does some stuff for you, but it also does sometimes it does too much for you. So it's instead of cheating, it's more like it's at least it hurts me sometimes to use it. So when I use it, it's like very limited use. Yeah, because I've drew it from black and white, I think it's missing something in the colors. I would have liked to start it in color. Doom scrolling situation. It's going as normal. Yeah, I listen to music when I draw. I'm not sharing the music because it'll get me copyright struck. I don't like the green. The green is too cyan. Should have been more yellow. Could have done this part earlier. Group. Group the shapes. That's better. Wait a second, is that Ganyu? Hold up. No way. Wow, look at that. How did that happen? You guys don't see it? See it? Wow, okay. Wait, I know what this is. It's like a joke. There's no way you guys don't see it. Like the light hits it just right. It's not even blue in the midtones. Don't want to make it too round. I want to make it more flowy. Maybe goes here. Gets pushed by the bushes, and then she's like lying on top of it. Let's make it like super long. So group these, and then let's have some of the hair go this way. Yeah. Okay, let's make it more obvious. It's like let's hide some of these hair to get like the flowy part, but almost like a hint. I don't really want to make it obvious. So I gotta make sure I stay within the like the extraction that I wanted, like the planning, and then just weave the hair in between. Let's get some of the blue. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. We don't need this part. I want the hair to cover. Okay, so we can get these, like there's a lot of crevices in here, so receive more of the color of the hair as the green bounces in there. This is like purple. Actually, I want the light to hit lower, so like this part. Okay, let's do the side bangs. Oh, you know what we need? The blue flowers. We gotta add them in. Okay. I want a group over here. Hit the light. Maybe right there. And then I want a group maybe here. No, blocks the hair. Here, probably. That's all right. And then let's have some like lone flowers. Like, I don't know if this is good anymore. 'Cause I want it to be the blue, the blau, bunch of flowers. Blue flowers, flowers, yeah. Let's get that. The free rent flowers, which is also the Ganyu flowers. Okay, let's separate it. Let's make the flower shorter. Get more like too obviously triangle, so I'm going to break the shape a little bit. So let's make some big changes. I need this whole thing to move here. It's still too I put it too triangular. Oh, there you go. That's better. Yeah, that's way better. Okay. Just need the flowers. Okay, let's group these flowers together. Okay, so I don't want the flowers all be the same color. So as it's approaching the darker areas, we're gonna get more green and yellow. So it's gonna shift towards cyan, like dark cyan, maybe. Let's try this. And as it's doing the light, it's gonna shift towards like this bright purple, maybe. I want way more saturation. Oh, yeah, hold on. This blue is the heck. This blue is ugly, or green is ugly. This red is ugly. Let's get some clarity. I think that's good, but maybe I push it up here a little bit because it's like still a bit too obviously triangular. Let's just replace the red with this. Yeah. It's better. I think we can go back to white on some of these pieces and then replace the highlight on the green. Yeah, the purple looks good. Okay, this group needs to be bigger, like maybe, ooh, wait, hold up. That's a great idea. So let's get this one and then just hit this. But I want to lose a little bit of the silhouette. This place can stay the pinkish color because like I don't want it to just be blue all around. So not really a super complicated reason. But what if? Shadows. All right, let's get some color in the hair. And hair maybe threading some of these bushes. I don't really want to make the horn too obvious, just like as long as it's there. Let's get the chin and the jaw softer and then the chin sharper. I change this to red. Let's get the chin sharper. figure out how to do the hair. Hair kind of like pushes against the shoulder. Using the shadow information and the reference to help me with getting this hair part. Like how dark should the ambient occlusion be? And where does the light cut in? So then once I start doing the details, I don't know where to even start the like certain parts of the shadow. So these are all light. I just hit this thing all in one go. It should be good. Get this out of the way. It's distracting. Okay, let's get the hairstyle more accurate. So this goes outside. I want this part to be bigger. Like the coat to be bigger. Wait, hold on. Now I can blend some of it. This part is, mm, I don't know. It's bad for some reason. It's the lack of grouping. Well, I don't know. I'm not. I wasn't thinking about that. I don't want to get too technical when I'm building certain like compositions. Just like what do I have to change to get a certain feel? I don't want to start with some limited palettes too much. I mean, it's good practice, but not a pure viber. No. The green is not good. I'm trying to get the glowy, like a bounce light from the flower. Cool. Okay, now we can maybe hit the saturation a little bit. No, we cannot. That was not good. Okay. Also not good. Yeah, nothing I can do about it. So let's just here I want hair to be like super long. Like this, maybe. Let's try to hit this. Come on. Nice, winnable. definitely winnable. Yeah. Cool. Try this. I don't want too much contrast here. Let's get the grass back. Put the grass back. Yeah, I think curves will fix it, but kind of a crutch, so I won't use it too often. I don't want to show that it is hair, maybe a little bit more flowy. I don't know, like 4. Right now it's on 2. It's just these two. The lower one is just a different version. Yeah, I think it was like either 3 or 4, I don't remember. Getting hard to balance the picture. There's a lot of different elements. It was kind of a cheat. Red. What if there's like a shadow of like a tree? Like a tree trunk here that blocks out some of the grass. Does that work? It might help me with grouping. It might make things worse. I don't know. I think it does not help. It's too messy. Ah. Mostly is good. And this reference is just a little bit too hard. I think there's too many pieces in this I don't like. I'm not sure how to fix it. But I do know if I can fix it, it's in the distillation. Or just being able to do distillations better. Ugh. I bet I can fix it in Photoshop. This looks like an ungraded photo. So we'll just do some color grading. I think some of the red is bothering me. Let's do the cheats. Definitely blue. Definitely not red. Purple is good. Yeah, purple is good. All right, cool. Nah. Nah. The machine gets it wrong every time, dude. Oh, that's ugly. Okay. Yeah, I know Luca. Yeah. Or Lucia. I know Luca as well. Let's see. Oh, I think all we need to do is key the orange or the purple towards something else. Yeah. Let's make it more extreme so I know which ones I'm keying. Maybe right here. Yeah, let's kill the green a little bit. Let's get that range. Okay, I think that's good. Let's tone it down, and then let's get the cyans. Okay, there's no cyan. Okay, that's cool. Blues. Let's see, where do we want? Maybe the hair together, yeah. I don't really have a huge problem with the blues. Yeah, it's a little bit more tolerable. That's a bit more tolerable. I just mess around with curves. So curves is good for like adjusting for contrast. So here, the lower parts I want to group it together, but then I want to raise the black level. Something like this. It groups it a little bit, but I lose contrast, which I don't know if I want. So I'll raise the contrast by doing hue. I don't want it too red, so I'm gonna hit the light with yellow. So maybe the top 2/3 with yellow. It's a little better, I think. I hate the green curves, dude. The green curves suck so much. All right. It's a bit too washed, I feel like. Uh, it's doing whatever I said I wanted to do. Maybe it's okay. Maybe it's okay. All right, let's kill some of the upper and lower ranges. And we can make it darker, I think. Is that better? I don't know. I don't know. Ugh. It's the color layer that's frying me, I think. Shouldn't have started with color layer. Wait, what? Does he read chat? No, I can't read. How do you deal with art block? I don't know. Just I don't. I draw what I like, so it's kind of like, hmm. I can't see myself getting too much of an art block. I mean, does this like is I feel like this could be classified as an art block. Like I'm drawing something I don't really like it, but it's not like I don't like drawing. I still enjoy it. Yeah, really, really sucks that I can't read. Um, Maybe one day. Let's fry the texture a little bit. And it's vignette. Where is it again? Camera lens correction, maybe? I think, yeah. Let's do the pretty deep pocket of vignette. Nice, okay, cool. So a second filter. Oh, it's gonna be hard to pick a color. Yeah, I don't really want to keep going with this just because I hate the color there. Wait. It's too much. Acceptable. So the reason I add noise is because then we don't get blocks of values and it does the brightness contrast much better. Like the algorithm handles it better. Wait. There's like this big form that I want to hit. This one right here. This one. Uh, let's just go gray. Yeah. Yeah, that's a little better. And then I can dial down the contrast. That's better. Ooh, that's wait. Since it's all of the shadows. That means I can change the colors. Oh shoot. It's like color grading but manual. Eh. It's- Cool, that's about it. It's how long was the stream? 3 hours. It's a little long for the drawing. Let me see the thing. That's a bit blurry resolution, but that's okay. I don't know if I like this. The blue. Ooh, you know what? Let's do this. So I don't like that the hair blue is the same as the flower blue in terms of its intensity. So I'm going to do this. Maybe. Yeah, the hue is in the opposite direction on Clip Studio Paint, I think. This is maybe slightly better. Kind of getting into the realm of diminishing return now. Clip Studio Paint does not have adjust saturation by color groups. No, not that I know of. Yeah, I get too distracted when I have to talk and draw at the same time, and then end up missing some stuff. Could have been better. All right, I'll see you guys sometime in the future, I guess.